Hey there, I'm Kara Jones, and I'm the author and writer behind the stories that you listen to on this channel, and I'm so glad that you're here. In this video specifically, I wanted to go over with y'all what book one, I Did It to Get to the Root, is about, and why I wrote it, just to give you a little backdrop as to what went into this and what got these wheels turning in my journey as I wrote this book. So at any rate, the story starts out with little Miss Grace, and she's in a tough spot in her life. She feels stuck and overwhelmed by the weight of her marriage, her family, and her past. And so one day she discovers her grandmother's attic, a book. And she opens up this book, and that's when everything came to life. So it's not just a story about Grace, it's a story about all of us. How often we just carry that pain and we don't even realize it until years later, when it's like something is preventing me from moving forward to becoming the best person that I know that I need to be so I can carry what God's called me to do. And so we have to get to the roots, and that's like what Grace is going through within this book. She's identifying her roots. And then Eleanor, that's the grandmother. Eleanor's words are just so profound. It talks about pain, and then if we ignore the pain, it silently tangles to where we're unable to breathe. And one of my favorite quotes is, "The truth sits in the roots." Isn't that powerful? The truth sits in the roots. It's such a reminder that we can't grow until we face the fear. And we spend so much time thinking about things that haven't even happened yet when we could be saving that energy. So, healing takes time. Healing takes courage. And it starts by digging deep. And that's what I love about Grace, is at least she's willing to put herself out there and to dig deep. It's almost like she got her shovel out. And so writing this book was, like I mentioned earlier, very personal for me. Like Grace, I had moments where I felt overwhelmed. I didn't know what steps to take. And I couldn't move. I noticed myself just stuck in this perpetual cycle. And so when I faced it, it was messy, emotional, but it's also so freeing, because then I'm able to help. I'm able to reach back and help others like yourself. And so this book, yes, it is a fiction book, but there's a lot of good stuff in here that's going to help you on your journey. It's going to be one of those things where you can't put it down. And one of the things I love about these books, it's a series, and there's 3 of them. This is the first one. What I love about these books is they're short reads. So if you're like, I never finish a book, I can't ever finish a book when I read it, well, you're going to finish this one because they're short reads, and they're ones that you don't want to put down. And so I have a question for you. Is there something that's holding you back from growing? Is there a thinking pattern going on that's holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself? Okay, so the book ends as a symbol of hope. And it's Grace and her family planting flowers in the garden that she once had, but then she neglected because she was going through depression. And so it just shows it's a beautiful picture of just hope, holding on to hope. And sometimes we need to plant something new in our lives in order to see some growth. And I encourage you to do that. So that way you can heal and you can get strength and you can bloom and become the best version of yourself. So just take a moment today to reflect. What is something that you could be bearing right now? Have been bearing? And what's a step that you can take to start uncovering it? So if you're ready, because I do know one thing that can help you, if you're ready to start on that journey, click the link below and grab this book, because we have to figure out what's getting in the way. We got to get to the root so we can grow, so we can breathe, so we can become alive. And I really hope that you drop your comments below. Please like and subscribe. Should be another read aloud coming out this week as well, so get excited about that. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It means the world to me that you're here and that if you made it this far, come on. That's exciting. I appreciate you. Just remember that healing starts with one small step. That could simply just raising your hand and acknowledging to yourself, I'm better than this. I want to heal and get to the root. So click the link below and grab this book. You'll love it. There's a series of 3. You can start with book 1. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until the next video, keep digging.